I'm going to say some stuff, and I don't mean to come across as harsh in saying this. Please don't take it personally, America. Truly, I don't mean it in a way to crush your feelings or to insult you. It's just the political reality. It's real politics, unfortunately, and sometimes people don't like what that sounds like. For Wow, my voice there. By the way, my camera isn't dirty. Like people are telling me to wash it. The problem is just that it's a crappy laptop camera. That's just it. Like no actual grime or dirt on it. I mean, I know I need to actually, if I want to do YouTube at like a professional level, I'd have to invest in the camera system. And I only come on here when I really want to say something. Tonight, I've found myself in a state of disagreement with the Young Turks. And if you know me, you know that I am a big fan of TYT. And I know that they're not necessarily perceived as popular in the United States, but I've been a pretty ardent supporter who has stuck my neck out basically to face criticism to defend them against the YouTube comments who are constantly harping against them. I can get pretty defensive of them at times, but I'm not literally a Young Turk myself. I just am somebody that basically worked with his group to the Wolfpack to help get money out of politics a few years ago. But they're saying that Biden gave it all away in the debt ceiling fight, and I'm just kind of like sitting here like Kevin McCarthy gave Biden a 2-year extension on that debt deal instead of just a 1 year, so that we have to face it again within another year. I don't share your analysis, because this means that for the remainder of Biden's first term, he's not going to have to face the threat of the economy being blown up. And I think that for whatever my sentiments have been for Biden, I'm not like a big fan, to be honest with you. I think that my perception of him has improved somewhat over his term, which puts me at contrast with a lot of other people. I to be honest with you, over the issue of the Iraq, not the Iraq, but the Afghanistan pullout, I know it was perceived by a lot of people because of the way that the newscast covered it as a disaster. But I feel very sentimentally strong that the war in Afghanistan needed to end. It had carried on for too long. It wasn't going well. We had surged a couple of times. It was starting to be a serious drag on the economy, a number of other things. And I have to respect a man that's willing to face a backlash like that makes him look terrible in order to do the things that need to be done. So, Biden proved a willingness to face, condemnation and backlash in order to actually do what needed to be done, and therefore demonstrated that he wasn't this spineless fuck that we had kind of perceived him as being. He showed us that he actually had a spine. And so there is some respect for him at this point. But TYT is just saying he just gave it all away to Kevin McCarthy. And I'm like, the Republicans don't think that. They're not convinced of that. They're bashing this deal, themselves. Did you see what Lauren Boebert said? All the others had said, for the first time in a very long time, I find myself agreeing with Lawrence O'Donnell on MSNBC rather than Sank. That's a rare occurrence.